Hey, it's my birthday. It's December 29th, 2022. And I was just thinking some thoughts. And I've been thinking them for a couple days. One of the thought is because I beg on the life in this world quite a bit. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm always referring to life in this world as a shithole and bait on a fish hook that gives you just enough good that you think that there is goodness to be found, but there's no lasting goodness. I've asked many times for people to submit ideas for the substantiation of expanding goodness in our world. There's nobody who's ever satisfied that or even responded with anything for causal agency to the expanding of goodness in the world. There's just a million reasons why bad is expanding and becoming more prevalent. Corruption, entropy, blah, blah, blah. Blindness leads to more blindness. But on a positive note, I've been asking, this is my birthday, hold with me for a minute. Today I was like, is there any reason that we couldn't have a wonderful life in this world? And I started to think of the classic eternal ingredients. Does this world not offer enough substance? No, it offers plenty of substance. There's food and resource. You have China and Alibaba and Google, and you can order damn near anything. There's accessories for accessories of accessories. Does this world not have emotional spectrum? No, there is an emotional spectrum here. You can feel lows and highs. In theory, if you could engineer it so you only experience emotional highs, that'd be awesome. Does this world not have enough other people who can have the capacity to care? No, it has plenty of other people with the capacity to care. I started to go through the world from the other perspective and say, has God actually shortchanged us on anything that validates this idea that this is a temporary shitbag world existence? And what I'm surprisingly figuring out is we haven't been shortchanged. He's given us all things. We have everything we need to have heaven on earth. I don't see that there's a missing ingredient to the human experience that is destined us to a crippled paralysis of menial suffering and disharmony and disjointedness. I don't believe that we've been sabotaged. So I don't believe it's because of lack or a missing ingredient that we don't experience the joy and harmony and love that we want. It's because we don't behave properly. And again, that goes back to what I've said all along, to all the women I've loved and all the heartbreaks I've been dealt. I truly have loved them, and it was not me but them that corrupted and collapsed and failed. In the rare exceptions where I completely was a piece of shit and I knew I didn't like somebody, but out of lack and poverty mindset, I was like, oh shit, maybe this is the best I'll ever get. And I stuck around longer than I needed. I did incur a little bit of harm, but luckily I've ended all those relationships before they even got physical. And it's really just one. I can think of maybe two. And it was when I knew early on, this isn't my person. I don't want this to be my person. This is the complete wrong person. This person makes me feel that Satan loves me, not God loves me. But yet, because I had nothing else, out of pure form poverty of God's provision of nothing, no other options, that I dinkered around and fiddle-farted around too long with the wrong person. And if you don't do that, you can't even incur even small harm to the other person. But with that said, it's because we behave wrong to each other that we live in a hell. It is not because God has withheld ingredients. You could potentially argue that God has withheld intelligence and emotional empathy and intelligence from people, but he actually says that he's not. He says that it's the hearts that cause someone to be bad, and the mind just empowers it.